Hello and welcome to another video here with me, Meoni. This time I have to preface this video very clearly and carefully, as a lot of people seem to take offense to other people talking about potential spoilers, or even the act of talking about spoilers in general, predicted, hypothesized, or otherwise. So the elephant in the room is that this video will contain a discussion on the BluFever leaks, as the title mentions. If you continue to watch, only to complain about spoiling anything, then that, I'm afraid, is completely on you. I cannot control your willpower as much as I wish I could. So in short, the BluFever leaks are leaks from a dude called BluFever. This originated a long time ago and centered around Reddit, where a user claimed to have knowledge of upcoming content and even further future content. This information was leaked to certain online publications that then circulated this information, and then it ended up back on Reddit and the Final Fantasy XIV forums, where it's been mostly denied or not even mentioned, or it's been deleted from forum posts. However, in general, there have been some really rather entertaining reactions to this potentially leaked information, especially from certain large-scale Final Fantasy YouTubers, whom have all but condemned the user for this leak of information, just simply because they don't want to see it. I'm not going to say what this person did or did not do is right or wrong, as I'm not paid by Square Enix or pretty much anyone else to keep quiet. But if the information is there and it has a shred of potential, I'm obviously going to look into it, because as you know, I like to throw myself in the deep end and poke around. I don't just like waiting for official announcements, which is my choice as a content creator. At the end of the day, this stuff happens all the time. If you don't want to know about it, you're going to have to summon all the willpower you can to avoid it, or treat it as it is. It's just pure speculation at this point, which is really loosely based on roughly accurate prediction and will likely be full to the brim with guesswork. So what's so groundbreaking about this information? A link will be provided in the description to Give Me All the Majors Reddit thread on this. Thank you to him for highlighting all these points. But here's what has been predicted correctly so far by BluFever. The name and nature of 4.3's Primal, the specific story elements of 4.3 at the end to do with Alphino, the Monster Hunter World crossover before it was even announced at E3, and even the first boss of the 4.4 raid, Chaos, way before this recent live letter. There have been some fairly dodgy leaks and information, such as mistaking a trash room for the first boss of a dungeon, but it's still a prediction that turned out to be fairly accurate in some way and representative of that dungeon's first area, and of course the now infamous Blue Mage job prediction that it would be revealed sometime at E3, which so far didn't happen, and has only been backed up by Icarus Twine's data mining efforts to have been mentioned in a single data file, which was promptly removed in the next patch, which almost felt like damage control on Square Enix's part. So what further predictions has BluFever mentioned? That's really why I wanted to make this video, because it's interesting. Apparently, Dancer and Gunblade jobs are scheduled for 5.0, and a mention of Blue Mage coming before the expansion's launch. There are also predictions that the Alphascape bosses will be Chaos, Midgardsormr, Omega, and apparently Adam and Eve for a last boss, which is interesting, or could be a code name for that last boss. And apparently 2 new races are coming to this expansion, the Viera bunny people, and one that's currently unknown, but BluFever mentions that it has something to do with his avatar, which at the time apparently was a bunny and a lion head, which people have obviously guessed and speculated could be a Ronso, apparently due to the high mountains around Garlemald, if truly that is where we're going and the contents of that new expansion. It's important to remember at this point that these are no more than messages from a source that hasn't confirmed or denied their identity or affiliation with Square Enix. However, as people have mentioned, it is very likely, if this is true, that this person is posting from the American translation team and is essentially leaking information from there. However, imagine if Dancer, Blue Mage and this Gunblade job are in fact in the next expansion, along with the 2 new races. This could be absolutely huge. The thing I find least appealing about these leaks is the idea that Blue Mage could come out before the expansion. The only other time this has ever happened is with Ninja, and I find it fairly difficult to believe that this would happen again without actually launching it at an expansion. So it's worth taking this information with not just a pinch, but obviously a massive sack of salt. But I want to believe. Some of these leaked ideas get my mind positively throbbing with excitement. Real or not, Either way, links to these leaks and the information will be in the description of this video. Please try to keep the discussion somewhat positive in the comment section if you could. If not, obviously I'm going to have to remove the comment section from this video, but we'll see how it goes. Either way, thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you found this interesting as much as I did, and I'll speak to you all next time.